got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now it's Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that's caught left side by Mo Alie-Cox. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Ross on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He'll field this at the 5. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run with Chubb, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Back to throw. Touchdown! Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They begin this drive with Chubb. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They run again with Hines, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
The Colts at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones going deep downfield for Ross.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now Jones.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and run for it. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
2nd and 11.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines spins by and able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down.
Well, 193 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go. Hines, and he'll go down shy the 40 at the 41. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Hines Hines. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines, and I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Hines is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Hines, and he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown, Colts. Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are on time now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 2nd and 9 now. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well. A run for Nick Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Finding Pittman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Eluding the... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jones. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there? And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid that. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.